All right. Welcome, adventurers. We are just checking to make sure that the stream is up and good. So give me a moment here while we get this rolling and confirmed. Do. Bada boo 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 boo. Bada boo boo. Bada boo boo. Okay, looking good there. We are looking good there. We are do do ba ba do ba 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 da ba bum ba da ba bum ba da ba bum. Right, we are good there. One last place to check. And we are 5x5. 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 Okay. As the title suggests, we are going to attempt a break-in. We are going to travel back to Stanton and see if we can get into the Millionaire Mile Club, whatever it is. I call it the Million Mile High Club. All right. So this club is semi-exclusive. You have to have either, I think if you back the game at a high level on the Kickstarter, then you would have had access. And then after the fact, the only way you can currently earn it is if you get like 1,024 players to use your referral code when they created their game account and bought into the game. That's it. As far as I know, outside of being a guest with temporary access because you're in someone's group with it, you cannot get in any other way. Now, that is also under with the right, calm down, guys, calm down. That is also, I'm also the with the understanding that I think currently it's bugged to get in, like the door entrance just doesn't work right for those that even have access. So with that being said, there is a way to temporarily or for this patch to kind of clip your way in, because they accidentally got rid of all of the no-fly zones around Area 18. So we are going to attempt to get in because... God, those guys are loud. We're going to attempt this because this may be the only way that I get to see this thing with my own eyes. And there are videos... Why are you guys always threatened by me? There are videos that show how to do it, and I will be referencing one of these videos, like I'll be watching it, because I've never done this before. And it's already confirmed to be patched out in the next one. They fixed the no trespassing in 4.1.1. So this current patch is 4.1, not 4.1.1. That's coming. But as of today, I think it reached wave 4. So it will not be long until this is gone. And if I don't successfully do it tonight, then I will attempt it again this weekend. Because like I said, I really want to see this with my own eyes. I've seen... No, stupid bug. I have seen plenty of videos. Come on. I have seen plenty of videos of people that have gone in both legitimately and illegitimately. But much like real life, it's just some things are just better seen with your own peepers. Turn down Star Citizen a little bit on my end. Okay. So that's the plan. If we succeed, and we still have time left, then I'm gonna try doing some Hull C missions. The last time I did it, the mission was bugged and I wasn't able to complete it. So that was pretty frustrating. Since I was literally at the drop-off point and I was not able to do anything about it. And while I may not be poor, I am getting on the poor side of stuff because I have been acting as the Bank of Bear, which is a role that I gleefully take. I do enjoy helping others out, especially in the org. And I helped some people out so that they would be able to get some stuff. But it has left me woefully poor at only 6.2 million credits. Which, you know, I could get ammo. I could buy weapons. But come on, 6.2. That's not rich. Alright, we should be close enough. Let's get the engineering power tab up. Power management. There we go. I might have to do a quick tip about that. Even though I think most people at this point know that is what you need to do. Okay, it looks like we're able to actually quantum. It looks like a 5.5 minute quantum to the stand portal. Gateway, whatever. So I'm going to take that time to real quick pull up the video again so I have it ready to reference. We're on the way to Breakin. Now, I would not normally endorse this, but as far as I can even conceive, there is no negatives to this. There's nothing I personally gain, even temporarily, outside of access. There's nothing to steal. There's nothing to break as far as breaking it for either the devs or the game, like other players, I should say. So, and again, it's already getting fixed too, you know, like this isn't an exploit where you gain like a bunch of money, you know, and then if someone knows about it and how to do it, then they're going to be able to be flooding the markets with gold, you know, gold farmers essentially. So that's why I'm okay with doing this. Normally, I'm against any exploits or griefs or anything. Well, I'm against griefing altogether. There's never... the only reason why I could ever see anyone potentially arguing a grief is if they're testing it out to confirm, document, and submit all the evidence to the ISC and then never do it again. But like as an example, we know that pad ramming is a grief. And we know there's no evidence to be gained by that. So, you know, like pad ramming, I'm never for. Even if someone pad rams you, I really find it kind of hard to be okay with saying pad ram it back, because in my opinion, that's just kind of, they're going to do it regardless. And if you pad ram them, all you did is just add one more person who has pad rammed in the game. But you know. Sometimes the hard ones with the hard ones, and if you've been wronged, sometimes feeling better in the moment, I'm not going to judge. Let me put it that way. But yeah, like I said, in this case, I don't see how there's any type of negative repercussions for the devs or for the players at all. Yeah, so that's what we're going to do. So we got a little bit left to go. It's been a hot minute since I've been in the not the Polaris, the Phoenix. And last time I was in, it was safe. We got the table back. This is, I think most people know this by now. But the table is working in all the constellations. It's very nice. Nice, smooth mechanics and animations. The whirlpool is working again, and there's water. Now, I would not necessarily... Nope, get out. I wouldn't necessarily recommend getting in while you're quantuming, because we had a couple of people do that, and one person got left in the quantum dust. They didn't die, I don't think, but... Yeah, just a little too dangerous if you're the only one on, no one to turn the ship around. Other than that, I don't think there's been any updates or changes to the Phoenix otherwise. None of this stuff you could grab still. I don't think this even opens. Yeah, the bug of... Now, it also doesn't help that I'm currently... I recently found out, i.e. recently this morning, found out that my character is bugged. So, due to the Tier 0 implementation, and I don't think it's just dying in general. I think it's just if, like, under some common circumstances, I would have to read the article again. You could bug your character out, and then the only way to fix it is essentially having someone, like, kill you really fast, but, like, kill you and then revive you really fast or something like that, and then kill you again. I don't know, something like that. But essentially, the positive part of this bug is that anything you had in your backpack when you die, you get to keep, which isn't supposed to happen, right? And other than that, everything else is a negative. So, like, if you're PvPing with someone and their body dies, or their body disappears after you full kill them, then, or they backspace, then that is a good sign that they have this bug. And again, it's not something you would realize. We knew something was wrong, but we thought it was just the game. We didn't even know that there was, like, we just thought it was like the servers or something like that. We didn't realize it was like a proper bug. Oh God, that's so old. So, you still need someone else to fix you. And I don't know if the fix is actually guaranteed. Like, I don't know if you do all the steps even properly, if it's guarantees that it unbugs you. So I'm not sure. But again, it's super easy to then get yourself bugged again. So it's kind of almost pointless.
Is at 75%.
I got back essentially right at the right time. And I do have the music turned off. There's been a few times lately that I've been needing audio from the game without the music. Not that the music strikes me down for copyright or anything like that, but it's just I'm trying to get some clean audio for something, and I realized that with the music playing, it either kicked in and kind of screwed it up, or it was just always on and screwed it up. Just, it gets a little rough sometimes, so I'm keeping it off for now. I used to run with music off all the way, all the time, like I am currently, but the music's so beautiful that I turned it back on to enjoy it. And as much as I do enjoy the music, for now I'm going to keep it off. There's, like I was saying, there's audio that I've been trying to record for some future projects coming in. I'm working on some documents for one of the projects. Then I got some other things, let's say kind of written out, outlined, that I need to. Oh, I'm coming at this a little hotter than I realized. Through the ring. Feel like I'm in a racing simulator and I needed to go through that ring for the checkpoint. But yes, got some fun things coming up. Don't know when it's gonna happen because it's the first time I've ever done anything like this ever. So it's gonna be a slow process. while I figure things out, and there's probably going to be some issues and problems that arise in the making of this content that will be unforeseen. And you know what they say about unforeseen things? You didn't see them. So it'd be a little difficult for me to prep for it. Alright, come on. I feel like you gotta get much closer. Well, maybe not much, but you got, there we go. I feel like you gotta get closer to the jump gate than you did when they first released it. Here we go. It feels kind of weird without the music. Shape of this tunnel is a little interesting too. It's more like an eye than a circle. There you go. I was wondering where the pillars were. There was a time I flew through this thing, there was 0 pillars. I feel like it was some kind of bug. Server hiccuped. I do like how it looks, though. It's very beautiful. Getting some pictures, sorry. Oh. Oh. Yeah. That's what I get for that driving properly, right? So much easier in first person, that's for sure. And without having the musical cues, the tunnel feels a little longer because you don't have, you know, like it doesn't change over to let you know you're near the end. All right. Hello, Stanton. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to go to Area 18. I need to call my Hull C because since my Hull C mission got bugged, I need the ship got screwed up, so I got to claim it. So when we land at Area 18, even though that's not going to be our starting point for the missions, I'll claim it there. And then it'll be ready by the time we will need it, if we have time for it in the end. Because for contracts, let's see, rep, Golex. Yeah, we are only just inexperienced. I've been so busy with Hathor and running CZs that I haven't done more than 2 missions in the experience section, so it'll be a little further along, but you know, with 698 a pop minus like the 100 some odd SCU that ATC is broken and doesn't give you, so let's just call it like what, let's say even say 600, right? I don't think you lose 98K's worth, but 600K to run from Everest to Pyro Gateway and back. And back just because there's no mission from Pyro Gateway to Everest, and so you got to go back to Everest to start again. So I think that's a pretty good payout. Tax-free, mind you. I love this game. I never get tired of the soundscape, and like this is so cool. Like it feels so right. Like the low hum of the ship through the quiet blackness of space. Alright, supposedly it's over this way, over yonder. Yep, that looks right to me. Waiting for quantum drives to cool down. We finally reached 1,000 subscribers. Thank you, everyone, for your support. It's been... I honestly, I don't even know what to say. I feel very humbled, though. Thank you. But I'm happy to report that Zeus MR with LTI that I've been dying to get out of my hangar into someone else's, it's been won and it's been claimed. And so I'm very happy about that. Now, the only thing I've left to do is find someone to win Once Human. Josh D had won it. I forgot what the numbers were. It's like Josh D 3582 or something like that. And he hasn't responded yet. So he's got 7 days. Well, he had 7 days. He has essentially 6 days left. And if just over 6 days. And if I don't hear from him within that time frame, even if it once to the minute, if I haven't heard from him, then someone else will get drawn. And like I was saying in the video, I loved Once Human when it first came out, but unfortunately the developers just didn't follow through with their promises, even a little bit, unfortunately. So I kind of fell out of the game because of that. I did like the game otherwise. Did not like the loot boxes. They obviously turned very heavy to loot boxes. But the game was fun. I had a lot of good times with it. Got to do a lot in it. There was very little I didn't get to check out or try. Thanks to people like Ryu Kempo and Nerdy Kitten. Good shot. But yeah, unfortunately, just kind of fell out of the game. So, but it sounds like the player base, a lot of the player base fell out as well. So, the only reason why I'm saying this is because I am expecting that a lot of people that had signed up for the giveaway maybe doesn't even play Once Human anymore. So, they may not be interested in claiming the prize, which would mean I would have quite a few re-rolls to go through. Now, the re-rolls I'm not going to do a video on, because if I do a video for every re-roll, that could be problematic. So, I will essentially let the original winner know that their time is up. And then I will go through the exact same process that I went through on my video to pick a new person, and then let them know, and then give them a new time frame. So it's essentially how that's going to be handled. I try to be as transparent as possible. But like I said, I foresee a situation where I may have to re-roll. I mean, heck, even a dozen or more times I can see. And if that happens, I don't think all of you would really appreciate hearing like a new video coming out every week, every Wednesday night. Oh, the last winner didn't claim it, so we got a new winner. Here's the new winner. Let's re-roll. I don't know. Maybe you would. Maybe I'll do it. The more I'm thinking about it, the more I kind of like the idea of doing it because of transparency. So we'll see. The videos wouldn't take long. At this point, I'm just kind of thinking out loud. All right, so we need to exit the hangar so that we can claim the hull C. We want to do that first. Claim the hull C. After we claim the hull C, then we can start our shenanigans. Shenanigans. It'd also be helpful if I got... There we go. Now, the other cool thing is that there is no trespassing supposedly around Area 18, which would mean we could check out places and get close to things that we normally wouldn't be able to get to, which would be, cool. Like, honestly, the trespassing stuff is, I wish they got rid of it. Not exactly sure why they keep it. Don't know if it's like a technical limitation, like the game runs better if people stay out of certain areas or something. I don't know. That would be a good question to ask the devs. And I just don't think about that when I...
Your insurance claim has been sent. For the latest travel information, be sure to check the departure and arrival.
Alright, it's a 45-minute claim timer, but we're only looking at 15 minutes, although even if we get in right away, I could see us spending more than 45 minutes checking out and all of that, the Million Mile High Club. Again, that's what I call it. That's not what it's actually called. Just so you're not like Googling that. That could be bad, actually. Alright, so the Hull C is working. What we need, from what the video was showing, is we need a Fury. So we are going to get a Fury delivered.
Vehicle selected. Stand by.
And luckily we're right here, so we don't need a quantum anywhere, because it doesn't have a quantum, it's a snub. And then we can attempt the break-in. This is the very first time I've ever done anything like this, to this degree at least, in Star Citizen, so I expect potential deaths. Luckily we don't lose our stuff anymore. Nope. Okay.
Welcome to the ASOP vehicle retrieval system.
Take 3. Oh, saying it's there. Sometimes it is invisible. So let's just run up and see if there's any collision. There is not. We'll check the ASOP one more time. And if not, it looks like we have a hangar that we could just come back to. And then we'll go from there.
Welcome to the ASOP vehicle retrieval system.
I don't like that I'm seeing that 72.7. I feel like... Alright, it is still saying claim. Oh, you know what? Who cares? These Furies are so quick. I'll just call one of the other ones. Right. Right. See, we'll deliver that. And then we'll call this. And that might fix the other one. Regardless, we should be able to get this one clear. Bye. Oh, I don't have any common clothes on. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. That is fine. Whatever. We don't have to dress for the occasion, right? We're headhunters. 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 The groan of the elevator. Well, that other serial number definitely was the other Fury that didn't come up. Hi, buddy. It's upside down. Oh, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. That's funny, though. Okay, so we want to strafe down. See, easy fix. Easy fix. Easy fix.
Landing gear up.
There we go, and then we should be able to extend the wings. See, we're good. We are good. I think to get in, we're going to need to put the wings back up, but that's fine. We'll... Such a zippy ship. All right, get a real quick reference. Yeah, it looks like the wings are up. I think that's part of it because the guns need to be retracted. Okay, so let us... Yeah, I believe it's this way. Yeah, because there's the road. Like, we got... We're going a little off track for a moment because over here is going to be the convention center. Somewhere. Here, let's use some NVGs. There it is. I think that's it. Yeah, there we go. Now if we turn this off, a little brighter. I'm going to take kind of a risk here. Because normally you can't get this close. Like this. Oh, I thought this was the tunnel. Am I too far up? Oh, actually. Let's see how these look. I mean, not bad, right? I've seen worse, like, fake rooms. I mean, it does the trick. It's pretty cool. All right. Oh, yeah, it was too high. Lights. Or not. Okay, so that's just going into the abyss. Look at the cars. Alright, so let's get a little lower, because what I would love to do, since I'd love to be able to screen grab later. So, some photos. And then let's do it with some NVGs just to give us some options here. Turn off the light. I mean, we obviously knew that these were not full-fledged, 3D vehicles. But it's just cool to actually see them this close up finally. We're going to try to move with it. Oh, yeah. Yeah, there we go. That was a good one. If I do say so myself. Okay. I thought there was a tunnel. Maybe I'm wrong. But here we are. Or maybe they closed it up. I swore we... I feel like I'm going way too fast for my own good. Oh, yeah. Okay, so the tunnel is here. How did I miss this on the other side? Whoa. Oh, there's like no collision. It'd also be helpful if I had the camera right. There we go. Look at that, the UE. When duty calls, will you answer? UE. Join the Navy. Alright, so what was I? Was I a little too high or was... Oh, it's been so long since I've flown a Fury. It's a little squirrely for me. In such a tight space. There we go. Now, we could get here normally. So I'm not going to land or anything. That's kind of pointless for us. But let's get to the break-in. So... look at that, we got those beautiful, I love those, like, chasing dragons. I don't know, I don't think they're dragons, but I just, for some reason, keep thinking dragons. So beautiful. Like, it's so simple, but it just looks so cool. Let's see if we can maybe garner a photo op. Okay, let's swing the camera around. We gotta take advantage while we can, right? Because all of this is normally a no-fly zone. I feel like a bigger ship would be a little more beneficial, but... Oh, that could be cool. Maybe, like, in the path? Alright, sorry, just... Again, we gotta take advantage of this when we can. Okay. I think that's enough. And then this is just more of the same. And then Arcor Plaza is... Now, I got a little off track here. I got a little off track, so I might have to backtrack a little bit and double back. Okay, I think that's it over there, I think. How many times can I say I think? Yeah, this is looking better. We gotta be close, right? No! No! No, 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 no. Did they fix it in a hot patch? No. Okay. This is the problem with flying third person, right? Stop that. This is the problem with flying third person. Okay, we're gonna try this again. Out of curiosity, how long was that since we got repositioned right here? So we got for 8 minutes, 7.5 minutes. We got... Oh, I got impounded, you jerk.
I'm sorry. That vehicle is currently
Yeah. Right, let's get back to our... Wait, a crime stat. Listen, I already got fined. That's enough of a crime. Now I gotta pay a crime stat? Okay, where I know they're around here. Somewhere. Aha! Adjudicate me. Adjudicate. 2,000. Alright, now I got real quick. See what they say. Just looking. Give me one moment. So it goes by it on that end because I think it matters how we approach this. So. Doo. All right, almost ready. All right. I think I'm as ready as I'm going to be. So
Obey all security.
I'm going to grab another Fury. I did confirm it was the base Fury. We're going to try this again. Now, as you see, because of Tier 0, we didn't lose anything. Not to be trusted, but there we go. And then I saw which way they approached from, so we're going to try the same thing, because either CIG added trespassing again to that section as a hot patch, hot fix thing to we need to call it to stop this from happening since the videos came out, or just the way I went, there happened to be still some stuff up. So we shall see. Not gonna give up that easily. Got both our Furies back. Like I said, this might be the only time that I'll get to see this place with my own 2 eyes, and I don't want to skip out on that opportunity if I can help it. That's why we're trying to do this tonight, since the PTU patch has already hit wave 4. Look at that. Yep. Medivator. If you know, you know. Got some update coming with that too. I just need to get some volunteers, because unfortunately I can't test by myself this stuff. Looks like the Fury is once again upside down. Yep. No problem. I'm just defying gravity. No biggie. Do it all the time. No big deal. Alright, I'm not... Since we need to have the wings in this configuration, I am not going to change them. So let's see. We need to go the other way. Alright, we're going to stay kind of high, because I think that's part of what we need to do here. And the ArcCorp tower should be essentially straight ahead. We should get any warnings now that we're in first person. Yep, there's the ArcCorp tower. The blade. All right. Ooh, fingers crossed. No. Oh.
Hello.
Oh, they did. They patched it. Those CIG, you patched it. Oh, well. You know, we knew it wasn't going to last. We knew it wasn't going to last. Dang it. Dang it. I so wanted to see that. Okay, well, I mean, I don't blame them. If I was CIG, I would patch it right away, too. It was probably something easy for them to do. And they obviously did it just for that area, because we were able to go all around ArcCorp otherwise without being criminalized by this jurisdiction.
For the latest travel
Jurisdiction.
check the departure and arrival.
So if you are wanting to see it, and what I was trying to do, go to Uncle Pork Chop's video. 3 days ago, Oh, he said PTU testing. I missed that. Oh, I missed that. Okay, so see, that's what you get for rushing. I was rushing in watching the video. Like, I watched the whole video all the way through, but I didn't read word for word what he had put in his video description. So I did not realize that he had specified PTU that he had done that on. So that makes more sense.
Your vehicle has been moved to our storage.
So we are going to shift and try the Hull C
Your insurance claim has
because,
your vehicle has been
like I
moved to our
said,
storage facility.
I'm on the poorer side, and I need to make the bank a bear flush.
Stand by.
We've been doing a lot of Hathorn. We've been doing a lot of CZs. I got all the key cards this past week for the exec hangar, and I haven't done a proper exec hangar run yet because no one's had the keys. So now that we have the keys, we plan on doing that. Hopefully this weekend. We'll see. We'll see. But yeah, so Uncle Porkchop, check his video out. 3 days ago, he posted it. Star Citizen, I broke into the Million Mile High Club / exploit. So technically it is an exploit, but in this case, as I was saying, I don't see it being a problem because it doesn't hurt anyone. And as far as we know, it doesn't break anything. It just gets you to a spot that you normally wouldn't be able to get to unless you had back the game at a very high level, I think it was. Or if you somehow got 1,024 players to use your referral code and got them to use it before this July. Because they are swapping all of that out. And as far as we know, it's not even on the new one. Don't know. Could be, may not be. Maybe it's a reward for 10 referrals. We don't know. But we tried. We did get some cool pictures and video that I can kind of scrub later of like the cars and vehicles and such, because at least the times I've tried before, I always got repositioned then too. So not as interesting as what I was trying to do, but we now know that that's not going to work. Let's see who might be on the game. Like, look at that. Oh, so low. So low. Let's see. Dorian, Nam, Storm. That's it. Yeah, kind of a quiet Thursday. You know, honestly though, the weather is absolutely. Whoa. The weather is absolutely gorgeous outside. Like, if I don't live in a bad part of town, but if I lived in a better area, I would definitely be outside. It is so nice. So I cannot blame anyone who has decided to spend this gorgeous, beautiful day outside in the world, under the sun, getting that vitamin D. The sun gracing their skin. But I'm a nerd. Alright, once I hit quantum here, I'm going to AFK real quick to grab some water. Hey, thanks, Squirrel. Unfortunately, I was not successful in my endeavors. Apparently, I misread his video, and it's something on the PTU. and I'm trying this on live, so unfortunately that didn't go well for me.
Quantum travel engaged. Quantum travel complete.
Alright, everyone, I'm gonna go get some water. I'll be back in just a couple of minutes.
Quantum travel engaged. Quantum travel complete.
Alright, I'm back. You got your hurricane back? Like, did you buy it from buybacks? Or, like, did something happen to it and you lost it? Like, did CIG shenanigans you? Hurricane's nice. Buyback, nice. Yeah, it's got that buff. That makes it even better. I think it was the Hurricane that got that nice buff.
Quantum travel engaged.
I don't think I have a Hurricane, but I know people who do. I think it's the Gladiator that's in my hangar. I don't even know why I have a Gladiator. I don't remember buying it. It's probably a loaner.
Quantum travel engaged.
Alright, let's fingers crossed that this mission doesn't bug out on me on the drop-off. Oh, the red paint? Nice. Nice. If I remember correctly, I have a friend that calls it the Vietnam paint, but it's like almost like the jungle camo, almost. I don't know what it's called, though. That looks really good on it. Oh yeah, spooky green. I love that spooky green too. It looks so good. Yeah, the spooky green, as I was saying, is really nice. I like it in general, but it does look, it looks good. I like it. What is it? Ghoulish green, I think they call it. Alright, so. Thank you, Nerdy. Alright, let's see if we can get the cargo to work. Wait, what? As long as cargo goes on, I'm happy, but yeah, it doesn't look like it's kicking off. Usually I don't have a problem with it getting onboarded, but the offboarding has been the issue. But now it's just getting funky here. Oh, you know why? Because I'm an idiot. I didn't get the mission yet. Duh. I'm like bugging myself out. Because I am an idiot. I forgot. Let's go grab that mission. Oh, I cannot wait until there's like a filter. Especially since this one's almost all the way down. That is, yeah, Terra. And then this should be Everest. Yep, there we go. Accept offer. Hopefully I didn't bug the crap out of this. Cargo transfer to nowhere. Oh. Haha, did I just cheese it? Ah, that's nice. I kind of cheesed it. Perfect. So we'll let that load real quick. Ah, water. Ah, no problem, Squirrel. Thanks for stopping by. You have a good night, and I'll see you in the next one. Have fun. Load. Load all of that cargo. Ooh, cargo. We might actually have a proper timer on this one now. I wonder if I accidentally bugged it proper. Here's how to get the hauling missions to work properly with the Hull C. Bug it, and then load it. So many people are not used to the Hull C actually working that it seems like a lot of the griefers have kind of left it alone.
It's got to dry for a bit, so.
Actually, I should.
Engines off.
There we go. Now I don't accidentally move the ship. Because this timer has not been accurate, but I don't think I've seen it that high before, but we got to see. There we go. Because this is like just over 3,000 SCU, and this can hold like 4,900 SCU, I believe it's 49. It's 4,000 something. So it's going to be mostly full. It's going to be, yeah, mostly full, but it's not going to be totally full. There we go. I just saw some more plop on. That spindle's almost done. Where are we at on the time? Yeah, because I think this is going to finish time-wise before we actually finish with the off or unloading. All around the world, Hull seas crumble for me. Who knows how long I've missed it? Okay. Come on. Trying to figure out which spindle is loading right now. There we go. Yeah, see, the time is up, but we're still transferring. Now, the problem here is you got to stay. You got to stay, because otherwise you're going to miss all that cargo. But you also have to be diligent, because you're in third person, and you won't get the trespass warning, because all of a sudden, it's going to be like, oh, you're trespassing. And if you don't leave fast enough, which if you don't catch it, if you don't leave fast enough, then you're going to screw over your mission, and you don't want that to happen. Especially since it's kind of hard to track where it's loading, so you could easily miss if a cargo box is being loaded or not. And every SCU you miss is rep and money off your balance. See, now the timer's back up again. Okay, that one's full. You got 2 full ones. I really can't tell if any more are coming on. That could be all of it. So paranoid about the time frame. Okay, so there's 3 spots left there. There's, what, 6 spots left on that spindle? 6 spots left on that spindle. I think it's stopped. There's also a small box down there. All right, I am not seeing any more being added. I am going to, and especially since the small box got on, I would imagine that got brought on last. So, yeah, I think we're good. Whatever. As long as it's not giving me the countdown. Yeah, I definitely, like, somehow bugged this. Unintentionally. Now, if you haven't flown a Hull C in a little bit, it is a boat. Especially when it's full. It is insane. So be very, very, very wary. Because if you do not give yourself enough time to stop, you are going to find out the hard way that it takes a long time to stop once you have any kind of speed. They boated this up. All right, I need to... Something's wrong with the quantum. Let's see. Come on, come on, come on. Let me get out of here. Pyro. Gateway. What? 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 No way. Did it really just do that? Did it really just steal? Are you kidding me? I mean, I didn't pay for it, so that's fine, but it still shows the mission. But here's the problem. If I can't get the ship, well, even if I get the ship back, the cargo's probably bugged. Oh my. Okay, well, this is turning into science.
Welcome to the ASOC vehicle retrieval system.
I was so frustrated. I wasn't even, like, close to the... I got no countdown, no nothing.
Your vehicle has been...
Okay, docking port, that's a good sign. If it was in the hangar, then for sure the cargo would be screwed. Oh, come on. Come on.
Fuck a doodle do.
That's how I feel right now. Docking port 1. Alright. Let's see. I mean, if the cargo is there, then we'll try to run it. The problem is that if I cancel this, it could screw up the rep. Okay, it's still there. Who knows? Maybe this was needed to fix it. But really the issue is that hauling missions are like bugged, and if you fail one, you run the risk of losing all your rep, all of it, and having to start from scratch. And no. What? 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 Come on, game.
A simple no would have sufficed.
If you didn't want me in the Hull C, you should have just told me, don't go in the Hull C. But now I don't know what's going on. Is the game running? Physics instance status end. But what does that mean? I don't think there's any markers there. Yeah, nothing there. So I didn't suicide. Huh. What is going on? Something broke here. Okay, so here's a little something I'll teach you. Normally, if you're stuck, right? Because I don't know what's going on here. The game is obviously not frozen because I'm able to pull up the console window and I'm able to scroll, and I'm assuming I can type. Yep. So here's a little trick. When people want to close the game, they hit Alt F4, you know, like they're just trying to like get out. That could bug you. And this could bug you too, but this has a less chance of bugging. You could type, open up the console using the tilde key, which is the key next to your 1 on the upper row. And if you just type quit, it'll close the game. Now, this can bug you, but it's less of a chance because you are giving a command to the game to end. You're not using a hotkey to do so. Also, this will read as, I don't think this will put me back in the same spot. I think it'll just spawn me. So if you're trying to like unbug yourself from your ship, like let's say you're flying somewhere in quantum and you need to exit the game and come back right where you're at because the game screwed up, then I don't think quit will do that. I think you still have to Alt F4. So we're going to quit because that was jank. The launcher just popped back up. We're going to get back in the game. It's going to be a moment here until I need a technical difficulty screen. That's what I need. I should put one of those together. But we're going to try to get back in the game and see what happens. It's possible my character is bugged. If my character is bugged, i.e. I can't get, like, if I'm locked to the server, which is what I should be. I should be locked to the server. But if I'm not able to log in, like if you log in and you get infinite loading, let's say, even though it's not technically infinite, just most people don't wait around long enough to see the error. But if you get quote unquote infinite loading, then my character's bugged. We're going to have to, call it for a night, right? See how the join's unavailable? Join's unavailable. I have my friends, but I just can't join them. And if we go to Persistent Universe to try to switch regions, so we are locked, and your customization is unavailable, we are locked to that shard, right? Which is fine. That's how it's supposed to be. That's how it's supposed to work. That's a good thing. That's a good thing. Problem is there's other bugs also, so, you can have issues where their plan is not to have those issues. So we're going to try to enter the game. We're going back into the same server, Trusting Centrifuge, this ChatGPT named server. For some reason, there we go. I was going to say for some reason it wasn't showing the screen. So we're going to see what happens here. If we're region locked, or not region locked, if we're unable to load back in, then and it's infinite loading, we're going to have to call it quits. This was always going to be a shorter stream on the weekdays, Monday through Friday, because it's, work night. But I was hoping to at least get something accomplished. But if we're infinite loading locked here, then that's going to be it. If we could get in, then we'll do some testing. See if we could call the Hull C again. See what state the Hull C's in. See what mission we have, all that jazz. If we still have the mission and we still have the cargo on the Hull C, we will try to deliver it because we want to obviously try to accomplish the mission. But I'm curious to see how that's going to pan out, right? Because the cargo could be bugged and it could be no longer marked for the mission. Because when you're doing cargo marked for a mission, it is in the game code marked for that specific mission. If people steal it, the mark does change and allows you to sell it for, lower profits. From my understanding, I haven't tried it with the hauling missions, though. But at least the missions before the hauling missions, you could do that at some points at least. But see, this isn't a good sign. Like, it could take a little longer to load back in. But what is very possibly happening right now is the game knows that my character, Adventure Bear, is on a certain server on a certain shard. So it's locked there because it's trying to put me back where I was, right? But what might have happened here is, because I bugged out as soon as I stepped on the Hull C, right? So what might have happened is the Hull C is bugged. I stepped on it. So now the game thinks I'm on the Hull C. And it's trying to do its best to put me back where I dropped. Because it thinks like the game crashed or the internet went out or something. So it's trying to put me back where I should be, because that's a better game experience. If you crash mid-mission and you come back and you're right where you were mid-mission, you don't feel as bad, right? So that's awesome. Problem there is that the game doesn't recognize all the time when the server is bugged or something's wrong with the state you're in, let's say. So, like, it cannot, from my understanding, and I could be wrong about this, but from my understanding, the game cannot at the moment recognize that, for me, what it should do is put my character in a hab, let's say. All right, you're waking up in a hab. It's trying its best to put me back on the Hull C, right there in the docking port. And because something's wrong with that, bugged, whatever, it's not able to do it. But there's no like secondary path to go. It's like, well, if you make 10 attempts, game, to put this player back where she last was, then go to plan B. Plan B is make them wake up in the habs of the last place that you use the ASOP or set your spawn or just at any condition. So we're gonna let this run until it bugs out. But it definitely looks like we got infinite loading. We should have been in by now, even with it being slower. Is it possible we could still get in? Yes. I have had in the 4.0 patch cycle, like the whole 4.0-ness, 4.1. I have had it a couple of times when the logging in took 15, 20 minutes. So that very possibly could be what's going on. And that's one of the reasons why it's important to wait for it to bug out. Because if you have lost your patience by this point and you go, screw this, I'm going to Alt F4. I'm going to, because we can open up the command or the console window, see? So we can hit up the console window and we can type quit again and close the game. But if we do that, we are adding the chance that we're bugging our character, right? It may not, but it's adding that possibility. Anytime you Alt F4, anytime you console quit, you're running the risk of bugging your character further. Obviously, everything's situational. There's exceptions to everything. Quit is safer than Alt F4, but not by much. And yeah, this is just going. Now, there have been times where it is properly infinite loading and it won't bug out. I have seen that happen. Very rare, though. Usually it's just people didn't wait long enough. So we will see. But it's definitely looking like what I'm going to need to do is a character repair on the RSI website. And for those of you who are unaware, or for those of you who still think it's character reset and not character repair, I am not referring to the people that are just calling it character reset because they called it character reset for years and years and years, and you're saying that out of habit. But character repair essentially helps jostle your character loose. It's not as invasive as character reset used to be. And so because of that, it doesn't fix as many problems, and it doesn't work to fix your problems all the time. So as an example, right now with this, it's possible that I would go do a character repair and it would do it, but my character would not be in a better state. That is possible. We'll see. I do have alts for various reasons, and one of the reasons why I have an alt is for when my main gets bugged. Because this is an alpha, and there is so much tech in this game that it's surprising that it's playable. Like, CIG are real magic makers. Tons of bugs, but that's exactly what one would expect with a game like this. Like, and that's not like a game like this because it's CIG, but a game like this because this is a game that has tech that's never been seen before, bespoke tech, just all sorts of stuff. Yeah, this isn't looking so hot, right? At this point, you could have read this whole newspaper like 7-8 times over easy.
Wow.
Wow.
Thank you, Cyber 7. Thank you, AA Shot. But actually, if you're new here, especially, there is a soundbite that we have thanks to the wonderful Jack Axton, which if you're unfamiliar with Jack Axton, go check him out. He is a fantastic streamer / YouTuber for Star Citizen. He is my go-to person that I look for any cargo related questions. He is definitely a master, even though he'd probably not call himself one because he's too humble. And he at least used to do trick landings, and he has some pretty good footage of that out there. But Jack Axton is just a fantastic person and a great content creator. If you're unfamiliar with him, go check him out. Throw him a sub, throw him a like, and check out his stuff. You'll appreciate it. He's got a great personality. He's got a great voice. Like, my voice is jarring. It's 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 a Midwestern my A's, my yeah, Chicago. Jack Axton's got a smooth voice, but he was very generous, and he has shared this soundbite, and is more than happy for us to use it, and it is the most appropriate thing to use most of the time you play Star Citizen.
That's Star Citizen, baby.
Holy cow. That button's going to get worn out because, like I said, it is so appropriate. And at this point, we have been well beyond the... We are well beyond the mark of it bugging out. It should have bugged out by now. So this may actually be... Let me see how much time it's actually been, because it may have not been as long as I thought. It's only been around 10 minutes. I know that's a long time, especially when you're streaming. But like I said, I've seen it take 15, 20 minutes, and so we're only half that time at the worst. So I feel like we got to give it at least another 5 minutes to get it to the 15-minute mark. Because again, we gotta do our part, right? We gotta do our part to make sure we're testing and gathering the information possible. The devs do have stuff set up to monitor the servers, so this is data that will help them make the game better. So definitely not just because of me, because of everyone. I don't want to make it sound like we're doing like some grandiose service here, but all the data we can give CIG, the better it's going to be for them. And then the better it is for them, the better it is for us. So let's see here. When pigs fly, 13 people injured in triggerfish prank that spiraled wildly out of control after a man pretends to fall off a platform in Orson. Headhunters make headway in Stanton. Leaked advocacy memo reveals that the Pyro-based gang is expanding their operations into Stanton. Hospitals struggle to cope with influx of queries. Concerned citizens are spending hours in lines demanding answers. Hospital staff are dealing with a record number of queries from civilians concerned that their imprints are no longer available and are requesting refunds or threatening legal actions in response to the recent news of the failing tech. Wow, where did that come from? Tech rich? Holy cow. Only thing real similar there is that it's four letters in a word. Staff urge people to avoid queuing outside trauma centers due to the impact it has on the essential services. There we go. See, I told you it would bug out. You didn't believe me, but now you believe me. So 318. So that's good because now the game recognized that we timed out, right? But the problem here is that it's going to be bugged. I'm probably going to have to do a character repair. It is possible that leaving my account alone for like a half hour, even though technically it should only be 15 minutes, I think. But it is designed, the game is designed to release your character from the shard, from the server end shard, after I think it's 15 minutes. That has not been working often, actually. And that's one of the reasons why we have the infinite loading bug and such. One of the reasons, I should say. So the chances this is going to work is very low. And if I try logging in right now, like I would say maybe 5% chance that if I try to log in right now, that it would work. I'm still locked to the shard and server. I can't region hop, can't join anyone. And then I would have to sit and wait another, like, what was that? That was almost 15 minutes. So if I let it sit, my character might repair on its own, and then If it doesn't repair on its own, then I could do a character repair. And hopefully I'll be ready for the weekend then. Otherwise, I'm going to have to run an alt. Which, you know, I've done before. It is what it is. But obviously, I prefer to do it on my main. Especially that's the one that has all the key cards on it for the exec hangar. So, unfortunately, with just under an hour and a half in, I am going to have to call it there. Adventurers, if you're still here and you hung out and you got any sort of enjoyment out of this, please leave me a like and subscribe. We have reached our 1,000 subscribers, so I don't have to plug that anymore. I'm waiting for one person to respond back about what's human, and then the prizes have been given out. And once the prizes are given out, I can move on to the next giveaway. The giveaways are no longer going to be subscription tied because we made it to 1,000. I am not going to sit here and make us wait to do a giveaway until I'm like 10,000, 100,000. That would be ridiculous. I am so happy. This was the main thing that I was desirous of because it does open up a lot more to on YouTube for this channel and allows me to do a lot more than I would have been able to do normally. So it will be time-based. I will be doing like month-long giveaways type thing. May not do it every month, but I plan on doing it multiple times in a year, minimum. So, adventurers, I appreciate you so much, especially those that have hung in there during this bugged out time at the end. You have a wonderful night. I will be on again tomorrow. Whether I'm on Adventure Bear or one of the other ones will be a question. But I will be on tomorrow night. I will be streaming. And more shenanigans will ensue. Adventurers, you have a wonderful night. Sleep well. Get your rest. Enjoy the weather. Get that sun, that vitamin D. And as always, I will see you in the next one. Adventurers. Bye-bye.